Blip!
Hello!
Hi, everybody.
Another podcast. Another month, another podcast.
It's been over a month again, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Only just.
Well, yeah. It's not that bad.
So we're a little bit late, but write a letter or something. I don't care.
I'm going to write a letter.
Yeah, you write a letter.
I don't give a fuck. Today's today.
Today's today, and today you get the podcast. So, right, first thing, literally before we press record, we discussed who's dead. Because that's what we do. So, this was, what's his name again?
Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton. Alien.
61 he died.
Yeah, he was in Alien, he was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., he's been in loads of stuff.
He was in that Thunderbirds film as well, with Jeff Tracy.
Terrible film.
And he was in something else as well.
So much stuff. He did TV for a while. He did a thing with Daniel Radcliffe about the GTA series.
It was like was it a complication in surgery, I think?
I don't know.
I think
just
it was
know
like
he passed
61.
away.
It's quite young.
I mean, it was nearly Bruce Forsyth.
Apparently he's not very well.
Yeah, he went to hospital.
You're looking forward to that, aren't you?
I'm not going to say anything on the podcast of what I've got riding on it.
You actually put money on it?
No, I'm not going to say anything of what's happening, but there's certain
you
people...
sinister bastard.
There's sinister people... Certain people that you just kind of go, oh, well, thank fuck he's in... Not thank fuck he's dead, but he annoyed the shit out of me, or she annoyed the fuck out of me anyway. So, yeah, anyway, to Bill Paxton, this one goes to. Take it away, because I'm lost to this.
Well, yeah, I literally wrote this all down like 5 minutes before I came in, because I totally forgot, because I've been so busy playing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild constantly.
I take it you want to start on that then.
I wasn't going to, but might as well.
Now you've said it.
It's fucking awesome. It's so good. The Switch, I'll just put a review up of it, so if anyone's listening, check it out. I can't really fault the console at all.
Right.
The only minor thing I think I could say is that sometimes the right controller doesn't connect instantly, very rarely, so all you have to do is just press the reset button, it loads back up, job done.
Yeah.
It's like a mild inconvenience, if that.
Yeah.
I've felt no lag, I've felt no problems really, the game just flows naturally, the console feels light, yet it doesn't feel cheap. Everything about it I think is great, and the game is absolutely awesome, which I will be doing a review of within the next week or two, because I'm very close. I'm close to the end.
Already?
That's story-wise. I don't mean the entire 100%. I mean the actual end of the story.
Right, okay. Because I can't really comment on either, because you're the Zelda fanatic. I never really was. But as a console for because at the minute, is it just Zelda and another game out for it? Just like one other?
Yeah, that, and then I think a game called Nintendo Arms.
Yeah, it looks something like that.
Bomberman.
Right. Is it the kind of console that's got potential for
I think it's got... It's brought Nintendo back into the fight.
Excuse me.
It's easy. Bless him.
Yes, there's going to be another one.
It's good. Here it comes.
Oh, there you go. First sneeze on the podcast. No, right.
It's gonna be around for years to come. It's a revolutionary game console, I think. I think it's brought Nintendo definitely back into the fold. And there is rumours going around as well that they might get on that open world Pokemon game.
Right, if that happens...
You're going to buy it, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing
it's worth it, man, because that would be amazing if they do that.
I remember when GameCube came out, I was impressed with GameCube.
Yeah, so was I. It's very underrated, though.
Yeah, it didn't really get the ball rolling, the momentum fell flat, so Nintendo kind of died for a little bit. Then they brought it back with the Wii, and the Wii was...
so brief, though, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, I knew from the get-go, it was like, this ain't going to last. Because obviously it was their response to iToy before PlayStation came with that weird wand thing.
Yeah, that was weird. It just looked like a dildo with a ball on the end.
Yeah, well, yeah, PlayStation had iToy, great idea. Xbox came with Kinect. It was good in some aspects, bad in the others. So PlayStation had the weird one thing, and all the while Nintendo had Wii. And I thought, right, it's good for certain games, but half the time you do want to just, I want to sit down and play a video game.
Back.
With Wii, it's like you pretty much have to get up.
That's the thing. Is like when I played Zelda Skyward Sword, which was on the Wii.
Yeah,
it was a good game, but I always felt myself getting really frustrated because I was constantly having to swing my arms around and make movements, and just like, I don't want to do that. I just want to kick back and play the game. Yeah, but with the Switch, you can do that.
Also, it's fucking ultra sensitive. I played one game on it. And it's like, right, I just want to turn my counter slightly to the left. He's doing 360s, 180s. I'm like, no. So I knew it would kind of fall flat. But didn't they release Zelda for the Wii as well?
What, you mean Breath of the Wild? They released it for the Wii U.
What's the difference?
The Wii U is different to the Wii. It's got that big screen thing as well, hasn't it?
Well, yeah. Well, wouldn't that have been cheaper?
Yeah, but it's not as good. Well, no, it wouldn't. I mean, it would have been about... it would have been cheaper, but not by a lot. And I'm thinking, fuck it, I'm going to get the Switch, because the Switch you can take anywhere. You can't take the Wii U anywhere.
I thought Wii U's portable.
No. You get the screen on the little thing and everything, but you have to be connected to the TV at all times.
Oh,
the Switch,
I see.
You don't have to.
Right, okay.
You can wander anywhere with it whenever you want.
Right, okay. Have you done that yet?
Yeah, I've been sitting downstairs. I'm taking it with me when me and the missus go away for the weekend.
That...
We've got a train ride. We've got like a 2.5-hour train ride. And I was like, well, what am I doing? I'm playing the fucking Switch. That's what I'm doing.
It's not your anniversary, is it?
No.
I was going to say...
We're just going away for a weekend because we haven't actually spent time with each other, sorry.
So you're going to spend time with a console?
Well, no, I mean, I'm going to do it on the train ride there and back.
Right.
And then after she passes out at 3 in, then she can get a session.
She can get a book.
Apart from that, no.
Yeah. Okay, we'll move on then, because then I need something I know information.
Right, the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer 3.
Right. Well, I think I've seen it, but they all seem to mash into one. So
yeah, it's quite similar. It's the one where you get to see Quill's dad.
Oh, right. Yeah. I've seen it. Yeah.
Which was, what's the guy's name? I can't remember the bloody actor's name though.
I forget, but I know who you mean.
Yeah.
Right. He's been in like Tarantino stuff and all kind of things.
Yeah.
But no, I enjoyed it. It kind of brought it. It didn't again give anything away apart from the father bit.
Yeah, but we all knew that it was him anyway.
Yeah, it just kind of again lengthened further scenes already seen. It had more comedic aspects to the characters, which it's all about anyway. And they've confirmed basically, which everyone really knew, that Nebula is with them, but she's not exactly happy about it.
No, she's not. No.
So you've got Nebula, you got the weird blue dude
as well.
Is that the blue dude?
The one with the orange mohawk.
Yeah.
Yondu.
And is it? Oh, what's her fucking name? The Martian chick.
Oh, Mantis.
Mantis. Yeah. So they seem to be.
She seems quite interesting.
Yeah, they seem to be the three kind of special guests to the Guardians this film. But the first one didn't disappoint. I don't think the second one will either.
It's in May, isn't it? It's only a couple of months away now.
Yeah, I mean it's weird because mainly based on the whole Batista thing here. When The Rock left WWE, it was like, we get you want to do Hollywood, but we don't want you to go. And this is no knock on Batista. I wouldn't mind him ever coming back at some point to the WWE, but he seems to fit Hollywood really well.
He's impressing me a lot because when he first started, I was kind of like,
yeah.
And then when he went to Guardians, that just set him off. And then he went and did Bond thing as well. He's doing a couple more films this year, I think.
Yeah, he did a couple of
he's really impressing me.
Yeah, he did a couple of he did that one, Kickboxer Vengeance or something like that. So he's done a couple of straight to DVD jobs. But when you can land films like Bond and Guardians and impress,
he's made Drax his own character, isn't he?
Well, that's it.
He's made it so good because, as far as I remember, because I don't know a lot about the Guardians as far as comic books are concerned, because it wasn't a very popular comic book.
No.
But from what I knew from Drax, he wasn't this literal person where metaphors and shit go over his head. He wasn't that person. So he came up with that characterization in the film, and he's just really pushed forward with that, and I think he's just done a really good job with making the character his own.
And the fact that I don't, even though I'm very aware of who he is, I never watch the films as, sometimes you do get that whole thing, especially with people that come from different industries into movies. You go, oh yeah, he's good, but I'm still very aware he's The Rock, or I'm still very aware he's John Cena. Where maybe it's all that makeup. You do start just looking at him as Drax. You don't go, oh, there's Batista now. So
I think the reason of that is, one, because of the makeup, and two,
he's good at it.
He's good at it, but also it's like Dwayne, a lot of the times, he doesn't even bother getting his tattoo covered up.
Yeah.
When he gets the it looks like it's just The Rock slips into a jumpsuit or slips into some kind of clothing and then acts. If you've been a different character from the last one, there's at least 6 or 7 films where he's still got his tattoo showing. It's kind of like
you're the same dude.
You're not differentiating from each character. You're just making it the same thing, and it's just like you got to stop. You're awesome. You're a great actor, but you need to differentiate.
Yeah, well, but it might be also the fact that the Drax character is nothing like what Batista was like in WWE.
Yeah,
which is why, as far as The Rock's career goes, I still think his best performance was in Be Cool, when he was the gay guy.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
Because it was different.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I feel like a lot of his films, he's playing it safe.
He's always like, was it Scorpion King or Fast Furious or whatever, he's always the big action hero.
Even in Central Intelligence, it's a comedy film, and he was fat in the start of it as a high school kid. That was funny. I saw the trailers. But then he becomes the big buff
He becomes the Rock.
Guy.
He becomes the Rock.
It's just...
No, and he was in Other Guys, if you've seen that, for a little bit.
Yeah.
And he was the Rock. He was just the Rock and Samuel L. Jackson dicking about.
But I mean, that was on purpose.
Of course it was.
Blatantly on purpose.
But yeah, this is not knocking Dwayne. It's just more of a thumbs up to Dave Bautista.
Have you seen Logan yet?
No.
Oh, dude.
Even my mum's seen it.
Oh,
this is how bad it is.
Dude, I'm not going to spoil it for you. I mean, I've already done a review again. If anyone wants to watch it, I've got it up there. But it is awesome. It's one of the best X-Men films out there. It's a great final film for the characters, and it just does really, really well.
I will apologise to listeners ahead of time because we can't really talk about Logan because I haven't seen it, and when we get to the WWE part, we can't talk about some aspects because someone hasn't watched Raw yet.
I haven't had a chance.
No, I haven't had a chance to see Logan, so we'll do the best what we can. But yeah, Hugh Jackman never, to my knowledge, has disappointed me in the film.
For this, he's put his best performance as Logan into this film.
Well, you see,
he went all balls out. As soon as they were given the green light for our rating, he's like, right,
I mean,
I'm going nuts, and he fucking went nuts.
I've seen the footage of him pretty much. It looked anybody else would be obviously an uppercut, but because of his claws, just straight through the guy's jaw and through the top of his head. Like, yes, this is what I wanted.
Did you see the footage of him doing the voiceover stuff for the fight running through the woods?
I don't think so.
Have you not? Well, it's literally just a big screen of the scene where he's just running through the woods and just annihilating people.
Yeah.
And Hugh Jackman's standing there in the booth with headphones on and everything, the microphone, and he's acting it out and making all the noises to overlap into the film. And he full on gets into it. He's just going, like full on goes for it. And then he just cuts and looks at the end like, how was that? You know?
That's the sign of a good actor. I mean,
he just goes straight into it.
Someone did a thing on Facebook, probably turned up on yours, where it had, at the top we went, 5 Batman. And it had, like, Michael Keaton, George Clooney, Val Kilmer, blah, blah, blah. 3 Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, Andrew, what's his face, Garfield?
Yeah.
Yeah. 3 Superman? Yeah, that's right.
3 Superman.
He'll get
3
Christopher
Hulks.
Reeves and all that. 3 Hulks against one Wolverine. There's only ever been one, and now from X-Men first one was out in like 2000, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's been 17 years, and no one's. I don't think anyone should reprise that role again, or not for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I think if they're going to do it, it needs to be at least 10 years from this date. From March 2017, you need to be 10 years into the future before you're even thinking of putting someone into the clause again.
The problem they've done is
no one's going to accept it.
As I say, the problem they've done, Logan isn't really a reboot. If anything, it is probably
it's a continuation.
Yeah, but
the timeline's all fucked up. But if you're as geeky as we are, we know which timeline.
Well, if you look at like First Class, even though it does kind of all interlink with the other X-Men films, it was their kind of rendition of a reboot of like
we did soft reboot.
Yeah, it's like we did the original trilogy. We're sorry that a lot of you didn't like Last Stand, but what else could we do? I know, let's go back in time to the young versions. But even they could have easily got right. We've got a young version X, Professor X, young version Magneto. Let's see if we can find a younger Logan here. And now we'll keep Hugh Jackman because he's character aged. And he's good at what he does. So they had the chance to reboot Wolverine along with the soft reboot X-Men, but why should they when he was still up for it? So now it's just going to be the problem of replacing him if they ever do want to do another Wolverine down the line.
But like I say, it needs to be a while.
Yeah, of course it does.
The Wonder Woman trailer, which we both just watched once again, we forgot.
Yeah, I didn't forget shit. I just forgot to watch the trailer. So I suppose I did forget shit. It
was an alright trailer. It was cool. It had some cool action scenes in it and everything. I'm still kind of looking forward to Wonder Woman, but with everything that's been going on with the DCEU at the moment, with all these problems they've been having, I'm really, really sceptical about it. I'm going to go in, but I'm going to be tentatively paying £10 to go to that film and thinking, this has all the potential to be awesome, but I've got a feeling with that track record is going to be shit.
It's a one where it's difficult anyway because maybe it's because I'm a guy or whatnot. I was never really into Wonder Woman.
Well, no, of course you weren't. When you're a kid, you're not.
You're into Batman. You're into
but when you become an adult, you realise no, the girls need to have a hero as well.
I always got why she was there. It was just obviously it just never tickled my fancy personally. It now just seems though. It's, with the order they've released the films, when they released Dawn of Justice, which we won't even comment on what we thought of it, it pretty much. We pretty much I thought anyway, it's like, right, they're throwing Wonder Woman in here to kind of, wave the maggot in front of the fans. Like, if you do want to see a bit more Wonder Woman, here's the film. But on the flip side, it also is like, they're just throwing it in as like, right, we'll quickly fill this in to build up to Justice League.
Yeah.
So it's like...
Everything seems rushed.
Well, yeah, if they haven't even announced Justice League, I'd probably be a bit more... Right, they're going for Wonder Woman. Right, fair enough. But now it's like, well, we're doing Justice League, so we've got to show you this first. The one thing I did take from the trailer, which... Because in Dawn of Justice and all that, it was like pretty much gold-plated everything. I noticed they've gone with the red and blue classic thing, but a more badass.
So they did have red and blue in Dawn of Justice, but it was a little bit more of a sombre tone.
Yeah.
With this, they kind of boosted up the colour a little bit. So
yeah.
It does look
so
better.
It's like... But it doesn't look crap.
Yeah, the comedy in this, I think, with the trailers, they're starting to push that a bit more. They did it with the Justice League trailer. That's the one thing I'm kind of pinning my hopes on, is that they're making it a bit more light-hearted, like the Marvel films, where I think that can save it. You know what I mean? It has the potential, but again, I'm so sceptical now, because I'm just worried that it's just going to be another bomb. And if there's bombs, then I'm just completely... falling out of love.
Yeah, I think they've got to be careful, because Marvel always been that kind of... if I always see Marvel as the family-friendly comics and DC the more adult-oriented, and even in the films, so Marvel can do the whole like little cameos by Stan Lee and all that, but if you look at stuff like the original Batmans and Suicide Squad, they were so dark that it had a sense of dark humour in there every now and then, but it was like the dark humour in the sense of the vile jokes Joker would say or whatnot, that I don't want DC to become too light-hearted, because Batman's should be a dark character.
No, I don't want to be light-hearted to the full-on point of Marvel, because that's not what they're about, but I just felt like Dawn of Justice and Man of Steel were just too serious. I mean, I still like Man of Steel, I enjoyed Man of Steel, but just the whole thing was just too serious. They put more jokes into Suicide Squad, but then some of the story failed a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
But I still enjoyed it, but it's... I don't know.
I don't know. With Dawn of Justice just failed on the... To me, it was false advertisement.
Yeah.
It wasn't Batman versus Superman.
If they'd have just called it Dawn of Justice, it would have made 10 times more sense. It still wouldn't have been a great movie, but it would have made more sense. But you got people... coming out of the cinema, not only a bit annoyed because the film wasn't great, but also extra pissed off because they didn't get the fight that they were told was happening.
Well, did you see the animated movie of it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
that would have been the perfect story of like, right, okay, Batman's coming out of retirement, the government don't want him to do it, Superman's their golden boy, Clark and Bruce are aware of each other and they're friends. And Clark's like... But
that's the thing. There was no characterisation built between the two of them.
They didn't know each other.
They didn't know each other. Yeah, it's just kind of... they're trying to make us care. It's like, I don't care, because we know... Yes, they know who each other are, but they're not friends. They're not close. They haven't been through shit together.
Yeah.
But with the Dark Knight Returns, they had been. They've done everything. They've done the Justice League. You know what I mean? Which is why I feel like Batman vs Superman was the wrong move at the wrong time.
Don't get me wrong, that bit, like, I know why they could have Batman vs Superman, because I was thinking the other day of when they, even though it was off some guy's mobile, when they first shown that first trailer at Comic-Con.
It went nuts.
Yeah, just seeing Superman and Batman staring at each other down.
Everyone did. And then when you've got the guy talking underneath with Batman's quote...
Oh yeah, that was going to say, the whole "Tell me, do you bleed?"
No, not that bit. It's the one that he says in The Dark Knight Returns, saying, "I want you to remember something, Clark, and all your private moments and all your years to come. I want you to remember my hand at your throat. I want you to remember the man that beat you." And that fucking quote wasn't even in the movie.
No, it wasn't even in that. But in the extended trailer, where it's like, "Tell me, do you bleed?" You will. Get me wrong, cool line. But in the animated movie, they had that whole Clark saying, "If I have to stop you, I will," and Bruce saying, "You can try." That would have been a perfectly as good line with that gritty Ben Affleck voice and whoever plays Superman saying.
Ben Affleck as Batman, wouldn't it? Really? But yeah,
that's opinionated, isn't it?
So Wonder Woman is kind of like, we want to be excited, but we're kind of
it's a we'll see.
We're reserved.
And one thing which we probably should have gone from Logan, and I knew we'd talk about this, the Deadpool 2 teaser.
Yeah, I was about to say, Deadpool 2 teaser.
Oh, man.
It was fucking brilliant. It was so... Zip it, Stanley!
No, but the fact that I know there's been a lot of like concern with like directors leaving and was it a writer left?
Yeah.
And also, yeah, even though this is, I don't think it was like a oh my god because they've got plenty of time, but a lot of like, well, who's going to play Cable? And one of the rumours is the cut from Stranger Things.
There's also a rumour that Pierce Brosnan might be as well.
Yeah, I'm fine with either of them.
Same here.
But it was just, even the trailer itself was like, it haven't lost any of their humour.
No. To anybody that hasn't not watched it, and you must have, but if you haven't, it is literally a guy getting mugged in the street, and then Wade says, not on my watch, gets into a telephone booth with the Superman music going over the top the entire time.
With
and
his arse hanging out.
Yeah, he takes so long to get into his suit that by the time he finally zips up, all you hear is a gunshot and the guy's dead. It's brilliant.
Maybe the zip it Stanley I hadn't seen straight away. I thought that bit was brilliant.
Yeah.
The whole you ain't walking away from that one kind of thing. But
you just sat on him.
Well, yeah. Then there was the little Easter eggs. The fact they had Logan in the cinema in the background, and I think it had on the phone booth like looking for blah 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 cool 555. I can't remember the exact name, but it turned out it's the name of Cable.
Right.
So all these little Easter eggs. Also, the fact that it's not a teaser trailer going coming soon. It is far off, but it's like fuck it. It's well documented that Ryan Reynolds wants Hugh Jackman to be Wolverine in a film with them together, and it's like I'm doing this just to not twist the knife.
Yeah, but annoy him a little.
Yeah, just to wind him up. And
I don't think he'll do it though.
I don't think he'll do it.
After you've seen Logan, you'll think to yourself, nah, he can't do it. It's like if he does, then he's going back on all this brilliant work he's put in Logan.
Yeah. Well, with Deadpool, as even if you haven't seen the first one, just to lay it out for you, even though it's the perfect spoof to a comic book hero movie, to a degree it's almost the perfect comic book hero movie.
Because it is the perfect
because you can't help but enjoy yourself.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's adult oriented, so kids stay away. But when you get to it, you'll be like, "Oh, this is it. This is the comic book movie I've been waiting for." Right. He's getting up. This means his guitar's coming.
Wrestling stuff is coming.
The wrestling thing. Right. Is it the wrestling thing?
Yeah, it's
the wrestling thing. I wasn't going to go with wrestling stuff. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Hair. 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 The wrestling thing.
Okay.
That's a little bit more upbeat.
Yeah. Oh, a ball.
Right, so the two pay-per-views mainly. Elimination Chamber.
See, right, we're going to have mixed reviews on this because you really enjoyed it.
I enjoyed the Elimination Chamber. It wasn't a perfect pay-per-view, not by a long stretch, but it still told good stories, it still had some good results, and at the end of the day, the right person won the main event, and I just really enjoyed that. And I think it was one of the best Elimination Chamber matches I've seen.
Oh, I see, I don't even think that. Because
I think it was a good one. I mean, I was a bit annoyed that the mats were on there and everything.
Yeah.
But Adam from What Culture mentioned a very good point. When you've got those mats down, you can do more things. You saw them doing a lot more high-flying jumping off and landing on those areas because of the mats. You wouldn't be able to see it half as much if they weren't there.
No, I suppose, I mean, I
it's kind of like a give and take.
I mean, it's no surprise that the whole pay-per-view, yes, the main event stole the show. It didn't like the design of the new chamber because I just thought...
No, I didn't mind it.
Well, I just thought, was it necessary? And I did get
not really.
the map bit because obviously it's the road to WrestleMania and they can go like Hell in a Cell, the most barbaric structure. If you look at the chamber, it fucking hurts. It's because with Hell in a Cell,
you
it's
don't want
mesh.
people being injured before Mania.
So why we have it?
Yeah, this is why I thought the chamber is a stupid place to put it where it is.
Yeah,
you should have it in the middle of the
end of the year, something like that.
But I mean, regardless.
Yeah, but it also took that whole. You know, before I even seen the new design, like, right, it's pure steel, pure chain, the brutality of it. Yes, I know it's plexiglass, but still. And then this came, and I was like, well, they've just padded out. It basically, to me, it looked like a kids' play area. It looked like something that you could, if a parent saw the first chamber and saw the kid running that, like, don't you dare, you'll fall down, you hurt your knees. With that, you'd be like, oh, they got mats. As long as you don't climb the fucking wall, you're okay. But I can't really remember much of the matches. I remember Naomi winning.
Naomi winning, that was a shock, because I didn't expect that to happen. Unfortunately, she had to relinquish it because she's injured. But at the time, I was like, oh shit. It's like, they've gone for it. I was like, alright, fine. I'm alright with that. It pushes more on the story.
It didn't really
and I like it when Alexa gets pissed off because she hasn't got the title.
I get that. To me, it didn't seem like, for one, Alexa had held it enough. B, I personally don't really like Naomi anyway, because my brother loves her entrance. I'm like, yeah, but anyone can go and glow in the dark leotard and shake their ass about. Maybe not as much as good as Naomi can.
Well, no, but I think she's just using her booty to her advantage.
Yeah, but even that finishes her ass to the face.
Yeah. I know.
But
I've been impressed by her lately.
It was more also a character doesn't captivate me. And it just when it happened, I was like, why are they doing this? And then it came before she had to relinquish her injury. It was like, right, she's from Orlando. They want her to walk into her hometown at WrestleMania's Women's Champion, and it was celebrating Black History Month. I was thinking,
oh, was it?
Yeah, which made me think, what a dumb excuse.
That kind of puts a bad taste on. That's just like, oh, well, they have to do it because she's black. That's racist by doing that. You know what I mean? We have to show we're not racist by accidentally being racist.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're like, no, we would have done it otherwise. But I would have preferred Alexa to win. What they're doing with Alexa's Women's Championship at WrestleMania now, I'm fine with. And obviously, you're going to have talent in there like Natalia, what's her face? Becky Lynch, who else is in it? Mickie James. There's rumours of Beth Phoenix. There's rumours of Paige.
Yeah.
But if Naomi had won at WrestleMania, I would have been more okay with it because it would have been a bit like the Zack Ryder thing from last year. It would have been like, the last person you expected won that fucking thing, and way to go. You've had your WrestleMania moment, you've shocked everybody. It seemed that they rushed it too much at Chamber. What else happened? Was it American? Oh, the tag team turmoil.
Yeah.
The one time I wanted Ascension to win.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah. So this is their time.
The Usos beat the shit out of American Alpha, left them there, and just let the guys come up. And the way they were walking towards the ring with defiance, I was like, I think they're going to do this. I think they're going to walk away.
Just finisher, cover it, that's it. Yeah. And everyone will be like, what the fuck just happened?
I know, and they would have been shocker. But I still thought it was a good match. The outcome was kind of like, oh, right, okay, they're sticking with Alpha.
Yeah.
But I'm all right with Alpha because I think they deserve it still.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was still a good match, though. I still enjoyed it.
I've got no problem with Ascension. Never really had... Yes, they do need a character change. But if they had won the SmackDown Tag Titles that night, there would have been a lot of people a bit like, what the fuck? But then a lot of them would have calmed down and gone, no, they're not going to keep it long. But at that point, that's when the Ascension can step up and start proving their dominance and go, all right, we might have won it in a cheap way, but the fact that we're keeping these means we can kick your ass. But they didn't seem to want to go for that, which kind of made me go, Dean was in the Chamber, so there was no Intercontinental.
No, but I think the story-wise building was really
brilliant.
good. They built for Corbin and Ambrose really well. They built for Miz and Cena really well.
Mm-hmm. See, the women's matches didn't really impress me. No offence to them, but Nikki versus, what was it, Natalia? Oh man, I was falling asleep. Well, it was late at night as well.
I reasonably enjoyed it. I quite enjoyed it. I didn't mind it. I'm actually surprised how much I enjoyed their feud because they've actually been really building on it a lot, and obviously it's coming to an end now.
Yeah.
But nearly every week they were in the back beating the shit out of each other and getting each other's way and really, really winding each other up. And I was like, they're actually putting a lot of emphasis on this storyline, and I'm actually enjoying it.
I think the fact was...
If that was on Raw, you'd be bored shitless in 5 seconds. Because they wouldn't put enough emphasis on it because there's other things going on.
The weird thing with Raw is that Raw as a women's division, I personally think has a better talent line than SmackDown. No offence to the women there, but when I look at the SmackDown line, the three best at the minute are Becky Lynch, Mickie James, and Natalia. Mickey's getting on a bit. So she's just rough around the edges. Not bad, just rough around the edges. And Becky just seems to not really be impressing me as much as... I think she shines when she's with the other of the 4 horsewomen. They bring out the best in each other. Yeah. So the fact that she's the one horsewoman isolated when the other 3 are really working well off each other on Raw kind of brings it down a peg. But they made a risk, I thought, of 3 women's matches on one pay-per-view. And again, no offence to them, but maybe 2 max. But it's a very male-dominated sport. And sometimes they're a little bit too careful. Like, you know what I mean? There's some that will just go for it, jump off top ropes and do that. But some of the women, you can see they don't throw all their body weight into the ropes. They're very delicately smashing their own face on the turnbuckle. When the men will be like because they've got a little bit. And this is again, you can have muscly women. Look at China, but because men can bulk up a bit more, they've got more protective muscle and padding to actually throw themselves into barriers a little bit more.
I mean, you got to agree the result for the chamber was the right.
Oh, it was the right one. It's just it was too predicted.
It was too predicted, but I was still happy.
Oh, I was happy. He deserved it. He deserved it for ages.
And the fact that it was Cena that he pinned.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was AJ, wasn't it?
Well, it was Cena then AJ.
He pinned Cena, and we were all, fuck me. And then, he pinned AJ. So it builds him up quite a lot. And then they had a rematch on SmackDown on Tuesday, and he still...
Oh, the matches on SmackDown.
He pinned Cena again.
The matches...
I was like, clean as a whistle. And I was like, again! In a week, less than a week, he's been pinned twice by the same man.
The matches on SmackDown have been amazing.
They have been doing really
They've had Randy Orton and AJ, Luke Harper, all these great matches. I'm a bit annoyed that Luke isn't involved in the main event of WrestleMania.
I feel like he might be in some way.
I hope he is.
But I don't want Bray to lose the title.
Not yet.
I don't need Orton to have that title.
What I think, if anything,
he needs to retain because we need, like you said, we've said before, we need to have someone retain at Mania this year.
What I would see, I mean, what me and my brother discussed, which I agree with, is it would have been a lot more impressive if Bray had won the Royal Rumble and Randy Orton had won the Elimination Chamber. Obviously, it would have messed up the storyline they're going with at the minute, with Randy going, right, I've turned, I've burnt your Wyatt compound down, I want that belt, it's going to happen. Kind of going off the subject a bit, after Mania, say what happened, we want to happen happens and Bray retains. The following pay-per-view, I'm okay with another rematch between the two, and I'm okay if Randy wins.
Yeah.
If Randy wins, obviously Bray will get another rematch, but because I think he'll deserve it by then, because he's on fire, throw Miz in the title picture. Just put in it, make it a triple threat. You know, Miz
even putting Luke in, I think, would be a good idea, because I'm really enjoying...
Well, yeah, have a fatal four-way then, whatever. Just throw Miz in the fray, and then eventually build up to Miz getting a one-on-one opportunity for it. Because he is white-hot, I'm talking smack.
He's doing the best run of his life.
Oh, man, yeah. And
he really is.
If, for SmackDown, definitely the top heel. I know for Raw, Kevin and all these other people, but Miz is potentially the top heel in the company at the minute.
Yeah, because you love to hate him. But like things like Owens, yes, he's a heel and everything, but we still just love him because he's so awesome. Not
with what he's saying and doing, but the hate that you feel for him reminds me of Triple H in like the early 2000s. Triple H was always the guy you love to hate. He had the pompous attitude with Evolution, always had that World Heavyweight title and shoving it in his faces. Miz, obviously, when he had the Intercontinental title, he was shoving it in his faces. He's got the pompous attitude, and he's actually just saying the truth. Yeah. He's saying what we're all thinking.
That's the great thing about talking smack, is that they can be quite raw and real and truthful.
Yeah.
They can get away with it more, get a bit more leniency, which I'm fine with, because I think it makes better storytelling and it makes better TV programming.
Well, yeah, there's those people that will hate Miz because they're like, how dare he say that? What gives him the right to say that? And the other side that will go, oh, that's a bit harsh, but he's got a fucking point. So, yeah, when you can go, oh, Miz, I can't argue with you dick, that's when you know you've hit gold.
Yeah.
So it's something to CM Punk.
Yes, yeah.
The point bomb is like, this is so unprofessional, but he's fucking right. So,
the next one, Fastlane, that we've just had.
Mm-hmm.
Again, there were some good matches. The Cruiserweight match was awesome.
Oh, man, yeah. Owned the show.
But every result was as predictable as I thought, apart from the women's match. I'm not saying it was the right decision, but what I'm saying is it wasn't predictable compared to the rest. Every other match, I was thinking that person's going to win, and they do.
But it kind of fell flat. I mean, I know it was nowhere near the kind of streak Taker had at Mania.
No, but I just don't know why they decided to end the streak at Fastlane.
Yeah.
They're building it up towards Mania.
Maybe they're trying to make Fastlane relevant. I don't know.
Yeah.
With all this stuff.
But it doesn't, does it?
No, it didn't.
You're not remembering Fastlane. You're just remembering that one moment. You're just kind of disappointed at the fact. It's like, well, why are you here?
But that moment will be forgotten in a couple of years. You'll go, oh, do you remember when Charlotte had that pay-per-view streak? Oh, yeah. When she lose it? Yeah, you'll have to a bit.
Yeah.
Well, we take his streak, right, but it's the only thing you really take from WrestleMania 30, apart from Daniel Bryan winning and all that. But it was kind of when Taker lost his streak again. It had more of a build-up. It was over 20 years. When it happened, shock hits you.
Yeah, you didn't think it was going to happen.
Yeah, when Charlotte lost, it was kind of like, oh, really? No, all right. Well, actually, I don't really care because of the way it was portrayed. But it would make more sense for Sasha to have got involved, which I think they're going to build up on as a potential heel turn.
Yeah, turn.
Sasha to get involved, attack Charlotte, cause the disqualification, which begins to start the friction between Bayley and Sasha going, Bayley, what are we doing?
Title doesn't change hands.
But Charlotte still wins. She wins by DQ. But
people have been a bit annoyed with the DQ, but if you see afterwards they stew on it, you think, well, no, it builds the story.
Yeah, of course it did. I think they need to throw Nia Jax in the mix.
Yeah, I think they're going to for Mania. It's going to be a fatal four-way.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Which is fine. Do you know what? I'm actually fine with Nia Jax winning.
Oh yeah,
I wouldn't mind that. She doesn't have to keep it long, but I think it would be a cool move because she's dominant. You know, she's quite good. I enjoy her.
With someone like Nia, there's potential for a WrestleMania moment where, because of her size and strength, she could dominate all three during the match, making look at how strong this bitch is, and at one point maybe just take out all three in one kind of super strength move altogether. But I just have that feeling that Sasha is walking out with the title of Mania.
You reckon, heel Sasha?
I think if she doesn't turn heel before Mania, during the match there'll be a little bit where Bayley and Sasha team up. They're doing like suicide dives together and all that. Like, yeah, we've got this. And as it's like approaching, like, why don't
she'll turn heel on her?
She'll just quickly roll her up. 1, 2, 3. Roll out the ring with the belt and be like, and then maybe the next night on Raw go, I know you're mad, Bayley, but you're still my mate, and you would have done the exact same thing, and then as soon as Bayley turns around, smacks her around the head with the belt, or something like that. Because that would be another Raw after Mania moment, where the official heel turn of Sasha happens then.
Then we can have a feud between the two of them.
Yeah. The other stuff, the tag titles.
Tag title match.
That was probably the most dull match of the night.
Yeah. The Cruiserweight was good.
Cruiserweight owned
Again, predictable result, but it was a hell of a match.
Jack really,
Gallagher,
all the bruises, the way he landed.
By both of them, they did very well.
Neville, I agree with his nickname, the King of Cruiserweights. He's always been
just great.
What else do they have? The US. Oh no, Jericho was obviously injured, but he came out later. What else the fucking hell?
I don't know, some other things, I don't know.
Yeah. Range Strowman.
Yes, it was a good match. It
was good.
It wasn't a great match, but it was a good match. It was a predictable result, and personally, I don't think it was the right one. But
it was one of them.
It was just you think, well, it's going to happen, isn't it? It's like they're not at that point with Strowman yet, where they're going to have him go over the Superman. You know what I mean? They're not going to do that. It's predictable, but how much of a shock would it be if he did do it? If he actually did it and came out the next night, smug as fuck.
What I'm hoping for is that, because I really don't think this one loss at the minute is going to blemish Strowman.
No, as long as they keep him strong for the next couple of months. Because if they just put him in any random match at Mania, it's going to annoy him.
What I'm hoping for is obviously I think they gave Roman the victory to kind of almost in the eyes of the universe. He's earned his match with Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Yeah, well, we all know.
But I'm hoping that they've gone, well, we gave him the win at Fastlane, we gave him the honour, or privilege, I suppose, of beating Braun Strowman for the first time, that because you got that, you will lose at WrestleMania to Taker, because that is the right thing to do.
He better fucking lose. He fucking better lose.
Turn heel after the match, by all means.
Yeah.
Or the idea that I had, I've spoke to a guy at work about it, I think I spoke to you about it. Yeah, we did, but I'll put it on the podcast. The whole... Again, I have the feeling that Seth Triple H, if there's a match, Triple H will win. He'll take advantage of the leg, or Joe will get involved, or something like that. As long as it's good for the story, I'm okay with it. Seth, the next night on Raw, in Steph's face, like, I want Triple H, I don't want him in a match, I want him in a fight, this isn't over. Go, he's not here yet. Because, well, when he gets here, I'll be in the ring. He can bring his little Samoan bitch with him because I've got my Samoan warrior and Roman's there. Arm themselves with chairs, Triple H and Joe slowly come out, and then Reigns smacks Seth in the back with a chair, like how Seth did to break up the Shield, and Roman joins Triple H and Joe and Kevin. Become a faction, you get the heel turn you wanted from Roman all along.
And instantly we're interested.
Yeah.
Because he's in a stable with people we like, and he's heel what we want him to be.
But also,
and he does it in the best way possible. Like you say, he does it just the way that Seth did it to him.
Well, what I'd be okay with as well, I mean, Triple H has got to that point now where he can be a manager of some sort, like Paul Heyman and Lana, if he became similar to how Heyman's Lesnar's mouthpiece, Roman just doesn't say a word, doesn't even explain himself. Triple H is his mouthpiece. Triple H is like, this is my guy. He doesn't have to answer to you because now he answers to me. And I will give him the opportunities that he's deserved from all along. You know, they give it, we've given him opportunities and all this and all that, but now he's on the right side and he doesn't give a crap if you people like it or not. But with SummerSlam, obviously, is months away, it's an inspirational thing. During that time, if Roman's like on fire as a top heel, that's when Dean can kind of appear every now and then going, Roman, what the fuck? I thought we were bros, this isn't what we do. And it can build up to a potential promotional between Roman and Dean. Because we've only really seen that once.
Yeah.
And that was like that Survivor Series
and they were
tournament.
friends, so it's kind of
Yeah, it's like, no, pure hatred this time. Roman, Dean, SummerSlam, I'm down with it. And if they make it if Roman's a certain champion at the time, and go, right, there's something more on the line here. If Dean wins, he brings that belt to SmackDown. That'd be awesome. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, the main event of Fastlane, call it that.
Oh man, it was so predictable.
Yeah, it was again so predictable, and it happened pretty much exactly the way it was thinking in my head, and in most people's heads. Because everybody's thinking, as soon as that match was made on Raw, I was like, well, it's going to be a squash match. Because there is no way in hell that they're going to make sure that Kevin Owens lasts longer than Brock fucking Lesnar. It's not going to happen. So it's going to be second that bell rings, spear, not even two spears and a jackhammer. No. One spear, one jackhammer, goodbye. And it was predictable and it was annoying, and I'm getting sick to fucking death that every time Mania season rolls round, the part-timers get the belts and get all the opportunities in main events because that's what Vince wants.
They didn't want
and now
the belt.
Owens is relegated down to the US title match, and it's...
Owens is pissed about it.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. He's fucking carried that company for almost a year.
Well, the thing I don't get is that I still would have been invested in Goldberg Lesnar if there was no belt on it.
Yeah, exactly, and this is my point. That belt was not needed for that feud.
No.
It would have been needed for him versus Jericho, and if Jericho took it off him, fine. And I wouldn't mind them having that feud for a bit longer, and then maybe Owens getting it back off him just before Jericho leaves to go with Fozzy.
Yeah.
That would have been absolutely fine.
What I get... the thing is interesting, I get that they're going to have the US title. Kind of invested in that, but I'm more invested in the personal feud between Kevin and Jericho than the US title. The US title was second to me. But
I think Owens going to win it.
Well, what they could have done is, like I say, they didn't even need to do Goldberg, Kevin. They obviously did what they did. They did it the right way with the Jericho distraction.
Yeah,
they could have had the bell rang and then Kevin keep rolling out before, because at the time it was like bell rang, then Jericho came out, so the match was officially about 20 seconds.
Yeah.
I knew to a degree why they did that with Goldberg, because it's what he does for one, and they don't want it to look at all weak when he's going into Mania with Lesnar. Not standing up for them though. What they could have done, again, not even have the match, have Jericho still kayfabe injured and go, right, there's a rule where if you can't defend your belt within 30 days, you take it off you. Which would mean when Jericho does come back, it's Jericho, Kevin, Universal title. The US title could be in another match. And why not even go, not only is the winner of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal got the trophy, but also the new United States champion. It gets you a little bit more invested in the Battle Royal. Because now, in some places, I like the Battle Royal concept, but in sometimes you go, what? A Battle Royal, piss break,
Speed players.
Yeah, so...
the only thing, I think what they should do, personally, with Owens, is have him win the US title at Mania, because that means he's then had the Universal, the Intercontinental, and the US.
Yeah.
Which is heading towards the Grand Slam.
Yeah.
Now, the way I would want that to happen when he finally gets the Grand Slam is when, after, this is probably a few years down the line, when he's full on face with Sami Zayn and they win the titles together. That as a Grand Slam moment as those two are his best friends, and that's the first time he gets the Grand Slam with his best mate.
Yeah.
Tag title. That, for me, adds a lot more weight to that kind of thing if they decide to go with that.
It'd be a cool moment. It's going to be very, very difficult to get Kevin as a full-blown face.
But I think, like I said, it's going to be years down the line.
Yeah.
It's not going to be within the next year. It's going to be in the next 5 years. It's going to be a long time.
They do really want to quickly give him the Grand Slam thing, and during the course of this year, they have him win the tag titles with Joe. or Roman if he joins.
But I just feel like he would have more emotional investment if it's him and Sammy.
It would have to be so many years down the line because at some point,
or at least
at Mania,
we'll get to the point where they've held. Both of them have held every title except the tag titles, and then they both win the titles together and both get the Grand Slam at the same time.
Even if Kevin don't like it, if he's like, I need a partner, I want that Grand Slam thing. If you build it to like, I want to beat you to it, I want to beat you to it. It's like, well, now you have the opportunity to get it together. If you can put your differences aside, pretend to be mates together,
by all means.
Get the tag titles. And then, similar to the Sheamus Cesaro thing, at first they don't like it, but then they begin to realise why they were friends in the first place. It could get people on the side of Kevin, and if Sammy was the one to turn on Kevin, it'd get Sammy as a heel character, which would be interesting, and get sympathy for Kevin, which would make him a bigger face.
Yeah.
So, but again, this is years speculating now, but WWE, if you're listening, right,
better.
Yeah. So, in case you didn't realise from that, Goldberg's Universal Champion.
Yeah, we're not bothered. I mean, on Raw, he took an F5, he didn't drop the title instantly.
Yeah. So I can't. One thing we can talk about is obviously Taker chokeslamming
Roman. Yeah, which again we assumed was going to happen anyway.
More has happened on the Raw. You still have to watch, which makes me.
I know that Rollins last week said he will be at Mania, so obviously that means he's going to be cleared, and I assume he's going to do something tonight because I haven't seen it yet.
For what I've seen, because I've only seen like the best bits of, they build on the Seth Triple H story. Kevin has some snarky remarks about Jericho. Heyman and Lesnar are in the building, so there's that. There's no Goldberg, which again means we've got a show without a champion, like the old times.
Oh, great. It'll be the same when Lesnar wins the title as well. Won't see him again until SummerSlam.
And then there is a big build-up. Well, not a big build-up as such, but what a surprising factor thrown into the Roman take thing. Not as a stipulation, but I was like, I didn't expect him to say that and do that kind of thing. So I think you'll enjoy Raw.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it.
So,
I think that's it for wrestling stuff at the moment.
I mean, the next one we'll be doing will be after WrestleMania.
So it'll
the
be a
big one. So
maybe we'll have a special guest like Alice or something.
Yeah, Alice involved.
Get a third person in for
You'll like her. Some female.
She loves wrestling.
She's cool.
She's cool.
Right, shall we move on?
Yeah. Avatar, if you even give a shit anymore.
What, there's another one?
That you've announced ages ago that he's doing 3 more. So 2, 3 and 4. And he just said, they've just announced that they won't release Avatar 2 in 2018. I was like, I don't even care.
No.
I don't give a shit. It's just like, Avatar was perfect as it was. It was a great film. Didn't need a sequel in any way, shape or form. Doesn't need to have one. And it's been far too long. 2008.
I don't even. They seem to have this.
2008, 2009, I think it came out. It's just like, it's been so long now. It doesn't need a sequel.
They seem to have this thing nowadays where if they can't come up with an original idea, they go, well, let's reach back in the past and get. Sometimes we ask for a sequel, like the sequel, like the Jurassic World franchise,
and that worked.
And they nailed it. No one asked for another Independence Day.
No.
Apparently, we get an Indiana Jones 5, which is risky. We did want more Star Wars, so that's a thumbs up with that.
Yeah.
But I think someone mentioned this about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. They go, it was super popular. No, the media made it out to seem popular. It wasn't actually that popular. It's the same with Avatar.
Yeah.
No,
the reason it was so big is because it was the first film with 3D capabilities in the cinema. So they just pushed on that.
Well, yeah.
And I don't even like 3D anyway.
No, 3D kind of ruins it. Like, I meet plenty of people that go, you see the new Star Wars, you've seen Deadpool. In the past, it's like, did you catch the new Indiana Jones? Yeah, it weren't that good. I haven't even seen or heard anyone even mention the film Avatar in a positive or negative light.
Exactly.
And
it's just not...
Even if it's in a negative light, as long as it's being mentioned. If you're not being mentioned at all, you suck.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
No, I don't give a shit about Avatar. But, Indy 5. I'll throw that in there. That's happening.
Don't know when that's a good idea.
Yeah, I don't know. Harrison's getting on a bit.
Yeah, maybe they'll kill Indy off as well.
Yeah, maybe just...
And Indy are both dead.
Kill all my characters
just smug as fuck.
So I can retire.
Thor Ragnarok. The images are... Was it Entertainment Weekly?
Yeah, he's cut hair.
Yes. I've done a little bit of digging.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I was going to go for a mum joke there, but I couldn't.
No. There could be kids.
There isn't. I've done a little bit of digging, and I think the attire that he's got with his short hair and everything is the unworthy Thor. And I've shown
right,
a couple of comparisons, and I think obviously this is about when he's in the gladiatorial arena, because they're interspersing it with Planet Hulk storyline, and that's when him and Banner see each other and potentially fight each other. We don't know. So I think he's only going to have short hair during the gladiatorial arena part of it.
Right,
I think I would have thought so, because you can't go into Avengers: Infinity War with short hair Thor. You just can't.
I thought he looked
It's
okay
it's part of it.
But I also thought they're not going with the whole... Because isn't there like a Greek mythological story where, the hair gave him his strength, something like that?
I have no idea.
I think it's something like that. I don't want him to go that way of going, without his hair, he can't pick up the fucking hammer. Well, that's stupid, it's hair.
I think hopefully what they'll do is the gladiatorial arena stuff will hopefully be flashback stuff.
Maybe, yeah.
So that way you can have it in the middle of the film and everything, but you still, at the end of the film, you still got his long hair going into Infinity War. I know this sounds like a trivial thing, people, but Thor's hair is like a staple for him.
If it all just grows back.
Yeah, I don't want him having short hair in certain scenes, but for things like his main parts in his Infinity War and stuff like that, he has to have long hair. It's part of it.
We don't know how long the time gap is going to be between Ragnarok and Infinity War.
Apparently it's quite close. It's kind of like Winter Soldier into Age of Ultron close.
Right.
A few months.
Well, it depends how quick God's hair grows, I suppose.
That's a good point.
So, we'll see.
I mean, the images look cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you get a picture of Kate Blanchett as Hela.
Yeah.
And then you get, I can't remember the...
Yeah, I recognise you're the guy, yeah.
The girl as Valkyrie as well. And then there was a quick shot of Banner and Thor kind of looking at each other, but that was pretty much it.
The fact that the end of Doctor Strange had Thor and Loki together, maybe Doctor Strange can use his powers to bring his golden locks back. You never know.
I hope so.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
But yeah, the images look cool, I think. Yeah. The Jurassic World director as well. Do you see the image that he showed?
I saw the image in the museum.
Yeah, the museum with the bones and everything. Yeah. I don't really know what to make of it, because I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, well, what... Out of that, what storyline are we going for?
I think it's just a little kind of...
Jeez.
Yeah, it's not like, we're revealing anything here. It's like, you asked for it, you got it, but we're not giving anything away.
Yeah.
So, because...
It's not this year. Is it next year that's coming out, I think? Something
like that. I mean, personally, for the horror guys out there, they've kept this really quiet. I knew they were doing another Saw. And they've kept it so quiet that when I check these kind of teaser trailers, sometimes I even go... Are these fake?
Real,
but they're so... apparently they're real. And they're so not really giving much away. I don't know what characters are returning or really what's going on. All it's really showing is footage from previous films and audio from previous films. And then a guy seemingly just strapped to a table covered in blood and obviously knows that he's in for a fucking hard time. And then it just comes up Saw Legacy. And there's been 2 trailers that are very similar to each other. But again, it's like, right, I know the premise of the Saw franchise, but what the fuck is going on here? And it does keep you captivated, like, right, I want to watch more. I want to know more. And maybe that's what he's doing with the photo for Jurassic World.
Yeah, it's making you speculate.
Yeah, it's making you go, right, bastard. No, that's confused me. Give me something else. It makes you keen.
Yeah. So. Pokemon Go, are you still playing it?
No.
No?
Since the update...
I still play it every now and then. I mean, I went and did my MOT last week, and while I was waiting for an hour, I went around town and tooled up a bit.
Oh, if you're that bored...
Because I'm going away for the weekend. I'm thinking, if I'm going to York, there's bound to be loads, so I'm thinking I might give it a bash. But they've announced that they're bringing trading soon, and it's only going to be for people nearby. So you can't just trade with someone 100 miles away. You have to be nearby.
You got to meet up with someone.
So the fact that they're bringing that soon is probably good, because there's so many times that people say, I've got like 6 of these, and you're like, I want one of them. You know what I mean? And you can trade. Again, they could potentially bring it back. I mean, I'm still enjoying it. It's just not as...
I like... The trading thing's a good idea. I will say that. What's annoyed me is I'd rather they go... Because they must have known there was a lot of people that just didn't want the new Pokemon.
Yeah.
I'd rather them go, right, is an update here available if you want it? So go, if you're happy with the 151 appearing on your thing, great. If you don't want these new breed, whatever they're called, new generation, showing up, do not press this button. But it was like, nah, here you go, here's some new Pokemon, which I personally think is shit.
I don't mind it, because it's... I'm a collector maniac kind of thing. I like collecting loads of stuff, but... I don't really know much of them.
I think it's because I don't know what they are.
I know a couple of them, but I don't know loads.
Some people might be happy with the whole, this is a one I haven't heard of before. To me, it's like, nah, I like the nostalgia of the 150 I was aware of. Not the whole, well, there's a guy, I don't know, it's a Pokemon here with 3 legs and 1 eye. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if it's an evolved version, don't know what the fuck it is, what the fuck it does, why have I got this? So the same with the Magikarp fish. Any new person would be like, this orange fish is shit. Yes, it is. You train it up, it becomes one of the most powerful Pokemon in the 151.
Yeah, our friend Paul is really close to that now.
Yeah, I know he does.
I think he's got like 380 candies. So
that's still not close. That's like,
it's 400 he's got to get, so he's got 20.
I thought it was 500.
No, it's 400.
Oh, right.
He's 20 off.
All right, fair enough.
It's not too bad.
Right.
So, questions. I suppose
questions. We've actually condensed this to an hour. We're pretty good at this.
Once again, as I've been so busy with Zelda and doing other things and whatnot, my wife has once again come up with these 3 questions.
Did you not ask your folks? No, that they're around.
Well, no, because
they wouldn't care.
No, I just don't think my mum would come up with a decent question. And Bob's not there enough to me to ask him. Not for me to remember to ask him.
I tell you, I should really start advertising this myself on my Facebook. Ask me something and I'll answer it.
Yeah, I think we both need to start doing it.
Yeah. We've had dropped the ball recently.
A week before we do the podcast, we need to be like posting every other day. You need to ask questions because I just keep forgetting.
I'm not going to make excuses for us, but since the start of this year, we've been very busy with stuff, with work and houses and all those things, bright and beautiful. So, yeah, whatever. We'll try harder.
We will. We apologise for our shardiness.
But here you go.
Is it shardy or shoddy? Shoddiness.
Shoddiness.
Shoddy. Right, you ready?
Yeah, why not?
3, 2, 1. Questions
with Josh. I love how monotone it is every time.
Right, so yeah, these are obviously all from my missus.
Hi, Sarah.
Right, which WrestleMania match are you most looking forward to?
Right.
I
was thinking
because I really don't know at the moment.
Right, as a story, I suppose it's going to be a toss-up here. Well, actually, maybe 3. Kevin and Jericho, maybe, because of the story. If Dean Barron is made like No Holds Barred or Street Fight or something, they could own it.
Because I think I said to our friend Twiggs that they need to make up for the shit match that him and Lesnar had last year.
Yeah.
So if they make it a Street Fight or No Holds Barred, it will
do it.
Juice it up.
But the fact also, I've heard that the Cruiserweight isn't going to be a ladder match now. It's going to be probably just Austin Aries versus Neville. Which disappointing.
That's the perfect time to make it a ladder match.
I know, but fuck them. But when
there's no ladder match this year.
I don't think so.
Oh, come on!
But if I really think about it, I know I'm definitely not a Roman Reigns fan. Obviously, huge Undertaker fan. But this is the one where there's been a couple of Undertaker matches recently where even though I was rooting for him against Bray Wyatt, I would have been okay with Bray winning. It's like, to a degree, don't really care who wins. Same with Shane Taker. Still want Taker to win, but really don't care. This is the one where every pin attempt Roman gets, I will be shitting it.
Yeah,
so I will be so invested in it.
Actually, that is a good point.
It's the first time in a while I genuinely care who wins.
Yeah, we generally need Taker to win this and want him to win it really bad. So yeah, I get that to a point.
But don't get me wrong. When Roman comes out, here we go. Taker's entrance always captivates you, especially at WrestleMania. And as soon as that bell rings, it'll be like, oh fuck, here we go. Please don't have it win. So probably take a Roman.
I'm trying to think in Vince's little mind, who does he care for more? Reigns or Taker? And it's like you've got a real good rapport with Taker. Do you really want him to have the 2 losses that he's had in his life? 1 to a part-timer and 2 to Roman fucking Reigns. That at this point, everyone detests.
Something Roman says on Raw, which I can't obviously tell you, that made me think, right, again, I could be wrong, but I was like, now you've said that, I'm a little bit more sure that you're going to lose. So we'll see.
Right, second question. Let us know the top 3 places you want to visit before you die.
I wasn't expecting a question like that.
The last one's one, hopefully with a funny answer, because it's disgusting and dirty.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, they have to be locations or like events. Can that count?
No, like locations, like places, as in countries or specific places.
Because I was going to say, like, obviously WrestleMania goes to that, but
you can't say WrestleMania. You've been there.
I know. It'd be like if it was like if events counted, it'd be like, wow, another WrestleMania. Anyway, I'll probably go with Las Vegas. because I was saying this.
Yeah, it's pretty much a no-brainer.
Well, I was saying this to my mates. I've said about it going so much, and the fantasy has grown so much now that it's become that point in my life where I suppose I play it so much, I'm going to end up there one day. I just know it. Mm-hmm. So Vegas, probably Edinburgh, because I've heard so many good things about it, and I've conquered Glasgow over the last 5 years of my life.
Well, you say conquered, people say you appeared.
Okay, invaded, infected. You know.
Yeah, not invaded.
Yeah.
Infected.
I'd like to go to another part of Scotland. Let me think. I suppose I wouldn't mind going back to Australia because I had such a blast there last time. It just seems like such a cool place.
Yeah, spiders and snakes.
I know you'll know that. That's the only thing that I suppose puts me off is not the spiders and all that, but the flight is long and all that stuff. I suppose with my mate just going over there now, at least I've got a place to stay for free. If you're listening, I'm staying for free.
Very nice.
So yeah, I'll go to Australia. I'm not much of a traveller, to be honest, but.
Yeah.
You know, so
I want to travel more. I just don't have the capability.
Well, that's it. I mean, absolutely. If I was in a band, touring would be great. I love that to do.
We've been to a few places gig-wise, haven't we?
Yeah,
they're only UK.
Yeah, Nuneaton don't really count, does it? So, but I said this to a guy at work. It's like my holidays, or what keeps me happy, consists of a trip up to Scotland every now and then, and Donington Park. The Download Festival, and I'm a happy bunny. So, but yeah, they're my answers.
Okay, the final one's a really disgusting one. Hopefully with a funny answer. If you had a girlfriend, if
yeah, big if, yeah,
that has a fetish, what would you rather it be?
What?
Wait. Here's the 3 options.
Oh my god. Okay.
Sucking on toes. Chest dump. or you have to be completely submissive, as in you just lie there and she can do whatever the fuck she wants to. And I mean anything. I mean butt plugs the lot. Anything, even if you don't like it and you don't want it to happen, it will happen.
Can I just opt for staying single in this?
No, those are the 3 options. If you had to pick one.
Right, okay. So they have the fetish.
Yes, they have the fetish.
Right, and they want... With the first one, they want to suck my toes.
They want to do it on you, basically.
Right. Okay. I'll probably go with A then because
on the toes.
Because at first I was thinking, right, I'm not putting no one's toes in my mouth. If they want to do it, go for it. But you
probably have to reciprocate.
Oh well, there's no little thing on that.
I wrote this 2 seconds before I drew it.
Yeah, but okay. She didn't specify, so while they're doing it, I'll probably read a book or whatnot. There's no way.
Read a book.
Yeah.
You don't know.
But it's not like it's going to
turn the chapter.
It might turn her on. It ain't going to turn me on. There's no way. Let alone my chest. No one is dumping on me
chest
ever.
Dump.
No way. And the submissive thing. I've tried it before. I ended up because there was no handcuffs, so I had to use I
ended up being raped.
No, it was like
Hoover.
It was the what are they called? The little thing you use to tie up your dressing gown. That little rope bit. There was no handcuffs, so it was round my wrist, under the mattress, and around my other wrist, so I couldn't move.
Fuck me.
And it went for. It wasn't this bed. It was a different single bed. And it got to the point where I was getting so. Not uncomfortable, but that, I suppose, rabbit is the word. I chewed through the thing and just pushed her off me. I was like, no, this ain't the crack for me. So
you don't like not being in control then?
No, do whatever you want for me, but I want the power to go, right, that's enough. Yeah,
well, that's what safety words are for.
Yeah, well, yeah.
The safety word is banana. I love you.
But okay, if there was a safety word, I'd just be shouting it all the time, probably.
Banana!
I'm a very sensitive man.
Oh, you want to use the banana? No.
So the thing is, I'll be like, right, when I am released, I'm kicking you in the jaw. So anyway, I hope that answers your question.
That's a nice, lovely note to end on.
I bet there's people out there going, no, I was going to ask that next week. Sorry to disappoint.
Sorry about that disgusting smut at the end. If you want to blame someone, blame my wife.
Yeah, we all blame your wife.
Yeah.
Okay, so next time will be after WrestleMania.
Yeah, so in a month's time.
There'll be more trailers, more music stuff.
Yeah, keep a look out for my Breath of the Wild review because it will be coming. I'm close now.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose we'll we did like the New Year's and Christmas edition and all that shit. Suppose next time will be Easter edition.
I suppose.
Yeah, we won't be doing anything Easter themed.
Well,
So.
we'll have bunny hats on, but you won't know.
Yeah, well, we'll just say we've got bunny hats. We'll have I'll tell you what, we'll have a hot cross bun while we're doing it. So, yeah. So,
yes, then like, subscribe, and we'll see you in a month's time.
See ya!
Bye!